Hello everyone. For our next station, we are going to be talking about poultry. So we're going to be talking with some local Scott County farmers that raise some poultry, some chickens and some baby hens and some roosters. So let's take a look.
Hello, my name is Erin Engelbrecht and my name is Janet Fredericks, and we are your chicken experts for the day. We live on a small family farm right outside of Davenport, Iowa, and we raise about 300 laying hens. And we also raise some showbirds as well. But today we're going to talk about the three different kinds of chickens. I've got two different kinds here, and then I have a picture of this is actually a meat bird, and their life expectancy is only 12 weeks. So that is why we do not have any meat birds with us today. A lot of different chicken comes out of the meat bird, right? The chicken nuggets you eat from McDonald's, or your chicken breasts that you make soups with. So anyway, we've already harvested our meat birds for this year. So we're going to talk a little bit more about the other kinds of birds here. So we've got a brown layer and a white layer. Now, it's not because this chicken has red or brown feathers and this chicken has white feathers. You can actually tell the color of egg that they lay by their, come here girl, by their earlobe. Kind of a quick little fact, a fun fact. So this earlobe here is red. So she's gonna lay brown eggs. So you can have chickens that are white or black or green that can lay what they call colored eggs. Not necessarily brown eggs, but purple eggs and green eggs and blue eggs and light colored eggs and a dark mahogany colored egg. So, and like I said, then this girl here has a white earlobe. So you can have chickens that lay eggs that are black feathers that have a white earlobe that lay white eggs. So it all depends on the color of earlobe, what kind of color egg they have. So these chickens here lay, right now they're laying probably 4 or 5 eggs a week. So I get roughly about 7 to 8 dozen eggs a day. So we sell eggs to customers in Eldridge. We like raising farm fresh eggs because we know that they're fresh. The eggs in the grocery store that you get can sometimes be a little older, actually. So I have a nice little diagram here that can kind of show you if you wanted to put your eggs in a bucket of water or a glass of water. If your egg actually goes all the way down to the bottom and sits flat on in your glass of water, that's a fresh egg. The more it starts to add air to the egg, the egg will tilt even more because it has more air in it, so it'll start floating. So at 3 weeks old, your egg will stand straight up in water, and if it's a very old egg, it'll actually float on the top of the water. So that's how you can tell when your eggs are fresh out of chickens like these. So I get a lot of times, is this a rooster? Because it has a little comb, a big comb on it. But actually roosters actually look more like this guy here. And this guy is pretty young yet. He's 6 months old. So you can tell that he's a little younger because of his hocks on the bottom of his feet. Let me get him out here. Okay, come here, big guy. Maybe it's all right. Okay, so these are his hocks here. So he doesn't have very big hocks yet, actually. So he's spurs. Sorry, Janet's got the right answer there. So he actually is not very old. So this is what you would call his comb. These are his wattles. A lot of kids ask about that. So, and this is a Rhode Island red rooster. We also have fancy kind of birds that chickens, just like people, come in all different shapes and sizes, and these are little bannies, actually. And this is a little white Wyandotte banny. So these are all Wyandotte bantams, but like you can see, this one is white. And then there's a black one in here and a partridge one in here. So the black ones just have the black feathers. And then the partridge, these guys actually lay a really small, light colored egg. So it's a brown egg still, because you can see that they've got the red earlobes on them. So they actually lay a really light colored brown egg. So, all right, so we do have some examples of some eggs here. So these are all farm fresh eggs. We've got the white eggs, we've got the really dark mahogany colored eggs. Eggs come in all different shapes and sizes, and the way that they put them in the store is by their the size of their eggs. So you've got your medium and your large and your jumbo eggs. So this one would most likely be a jumbo sized egg. We've got like a lighter, smaller, medium probably sized eggs. So they have a scale that they actually use in the grocery store to weigh their eggs. So, and now I'm going to talk about, you need the rooster to have fertilized eggs. So now I'm going to pass it over to Janet to talk about your fertilized eggs. These eggs in the grocery store are never fertilized, but Janet's going to talk about how to get a chick out of your egg.
So, in order to get a fertilized egg, we have to go way back before this egg is laid, and there has to be a rooster in the same pen with the hen, and they have to mate and fertilize the egg. And when we look at the egg, the parts of the eggs, we have what's called a germ disc on the egg. So if you ever crack an egg open and look for a spot on the egg yolk itself, if it's a perfect circle, then that means the egg was fertilized and it could have been a baby chick, but once you break it open, it won't be a chick anymore. If you put this egg in the refrigerator, that germ disc dies. Just like a seed that you would plant in the garden, if it gets frozen, a garden seed, then it won't grow. Same thing with the chicken egg. It will become a baby chick if it stays at room temperature until it's put in an incubator. And if we put it in an incubator, what happens on day, here's the growth of it, and we'll look at each step in these colored pictures. 76 hours, which is about 3 days after the egg is in the incubator, you can see the embryo is starting to develop. On 5 days, here's the head and the body, okay? And there's all these, it looks like a spider web. Day 10, the body is getting bigger. Day 14, we can hardly see through the shell of the egg anymore because the body is getting so big. Day 19, it's getting ready to start cracking its way out of the egg. Day 21, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but there is it's called a pip hole, and it will pip a circle around the end of the egg. So here we go, starting to make it around, and then a couple hours later, and eventually it's zipped out, and the eggs are laying there, and that's what the baby chick looks like when it first pops out of the egg. And then we have a baby chick. And this one's about, is it a week old?
That's about probably 2 weeks. That's a little banny.
Oh, this one's a banny, so it's going to end up like these chickens down here.
The other one's probably about...
Oh, this one.
Another banny.
Oh, that's another banny?
Yeah, but that's probably in like 3 weeks.
Okay, this one would be 3 weeks old. And how old is this one?
Probably about 4.5.
What breed is this one?
That is Rhode Island.
Oh, this is
Another guy down here.
This is the same breed as the rooster. Okay? So, it takes 5 months for a baby chick of an egg-laying breed to get from the egg to where they're laying eggs. And the meat bird, it only takes about 3 months. So hopefully you enjoyed our presentation. Thank you for joining us.
All right, so after watching our poultry video, I have a fun activity for us that we're gonna do together. We're gonna sing a catchy tune to help us remember that poultry is a great source of protein and is healthy for our bones. So everybody needs to stand up and we're going to sing our song and let's get started. So everybody knows the song, head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Well, we're gonna change up the words to help you remember what a great source of protein poultry is. So it goes, head, muscle, heart and stomach, head, muscle, heart and stomach, eyes and ears and mouth and bones, head, muscles, heart and stomach. So I want you guys to give a try, and every time that you guys do this, it will remind you of a great source of protein that poultry is. To wrap up this station, we are going to talk about the other things that are included in your kit. You guys have a My Family Turkey Farm book. So each class got one of these books, and it talks about a local Iowa farmer that raises turkeys on his farm. You also have a poultry ag mag. So you talk about the different kinds of chickens to turkeys. So make sure you take a look at the ag mag. And then also, if you want to go to the Riverbend Ag in the Classroom website, which is www.riverbendaitc.com, you can find the Presidential Flock Turkey Farm Chat. So be sure to take a look at that. I hope you guys have a great day.